I was really flattered when they approached me about it. I'm a big fan of the show and have been since it started, I guess 9 years ago, and the British one before that. So I was very excited, thrilled to be a part of it. My character is also named Clark, which is convenient because it's easy to remember, on the call sheet too. Without giving it too much away, but there's really not like any big secrets. My guy is just sort of a new guy that works at the office. He's not like a secret agent or anything that's infiltrated the office. I don't know. I haven't actually seen us doing any work yet. There's very little actual work done on the office, it seems like. His first instinct is to compare us to Jim and Dwight. But it turns out that our dynamic isn't really anything like Jim and Dwight's. We're not really that antagonistic with each other. And I think it mostly stems from one of us has glasses and the other doesn't. But then I think Pete even says that he had contacts and just stopped wearing them. So it's not a very apt comparison. Well, I think at first Jim and Dwight are kind of horrified just because it points out the age they're getting at and how long they've been working at the office and how 12 years have went by. Uh, and here we are, now we're the old guys, now we're Stanley and Creed instead of Jim and Dwight. So I think it's just sort of a check on their own mortality, just seeing these two new guys at the office. Well, Dwight's character is going through like a paternity situation of his own, so he really wants to be a father and sees Clark as someone that he can try to take under his wing, but obviously Clark has no interest in that because Dwight's a lunatic that he just met like 5 minutes ago, so he doesn't really have any interest in that bond. Well, in the first episode back, I end up doing this thing called slacklining, which is sort of like tightrope walking, but like 2 inches wide. And me being really good at it effortlessly just freaks out Dwight even more and makes him, feel even more insecure about these new young guys that work there. As far as the actual slacklining itself, it was not that fun. It was really hard. But then the alarming part was Ed Helms apparently has like a built-in like Segway balance engine because he just jumped on the thing with no practice and immediately walked across it back and forth. So Ed Helms is like the most coordinated guy I know. To me, the most exciting part about joining the show is, it's one of the all-time great American sitcoms at this point. It's up there with Cheers and Seinfeld in that category. So just to be a part of it is really cool. It's something that'll live on forever.